This is News Scene 7 at 6 with Arkansas's most respected television journalist, Steve Barnes, Satellite 7 weather, Jim Menard, and Arkansas's Sportscaster of the Year, Paul Eels. News Scene 7, an Arkansas tradition, now in its 29th year.
Good evening, everyone. The Wonder State spent much of today trying to keep from drowning. Massive rains that poured billions of gallons onto already drenched soil flooded wide areas, and evacuations had to be carried out in a number of communities. And there was another tornado, this one at East Camden, but its damage seemed minor compared to yesterday's devastation. The death toll from storms the past 2 days remains at 3, but scores have been injured. Many are homeless, and an already ravaged Arkansas economy must now deal with massive injury to business. We have a number of reports tonight, beginning with Amy Oliver at Clinton.
The South Fork of the Little Red River began rushing over its banks late yesterday, and by this morning it had swallowed most of downtown Clinton. The only way to travel Main Street now is by boat, and only small sections of businesses are visible.
It started coming up last night about 8:30, and we had our county crews working and hauling sand, hoping that we could stop it. But it just kept coming. We put out a good effort, but it just overcame us.
Authorities began evacuating residents last night and took about 50 to local churches. Some were waiting today to get any word they could on their property or what was left of it. Many residents were able to stay with their belongings, though the water left them virtually isolated. There is still electricity, but phone lines are underwater, and there is only radio communication for emergency vehicles. There is no water because of low pressure, and even if pressure were restored, there's concern for contamination. There is one fatality that authorities are sure of. They say an elderly man driving a car plunged through a roadblock on Highway 65 today. And they say the owner in the car disappeared before they could rescue him. Several other cars have been seen floating, and police are still trying to place their owners. To avoid any more accidents, police and National Guard units have set up roadblocks at several points along the highway leading into Clinton, and only a few are allowed in. A local cafe has been converted to a command post where National Guardsmen and state and local police are coordinating their efforts. Guardsmen were checking rumors of looting today, but doubted that there was anything left worth stealing. Already there is talk of what the businessmen and homeowners can do to recover their losses. Many suspect that they don't have coverage. They know this was the worst possible time of the year for this to happen.
One of the biggest inventories we've had in a long time for Christmas, and everybody's left them there for pick up, right before Christmas. So we was real heavy in inventory for this time of year.
Word of the disaster and initial damage assessments have been carried to the governor, and there's hope that federal aid will be available. Is there any way to assess the kind of damage that you have?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's, I couldn't even guess really.
Can Clinton recover from something like that?
Oh, yes. Yes. It'll take time. We'll make it.
The Van Buren County seat doesn't know when it will be able to see its buildings again, nor does it know what to expect when it does. It's dealt with flooding before, but that was 3 or 4 decades ago, and only 1 or 2 feet. This time it's 10, maybe deeper, and there's nothing to do but salvage what part of the town they can as it floats by. Amy Oliver, News Scene 7, Clinton.